did take a game. I said that they had the potential to do it. I didn't see it coming in that fashion at all.
Not a 16A at least.
No, and I didn't actually see it once we saw the map pool. I said I retracted that statement. Boy, did they ever shut us up. 1-0 for them after Cobblestone. We move into Mirage. Now, I did also say this map still kind of favored D&G style, Dobry&Gaming, but after seeing how they just played.
It wasn't so much style that lost them the game. It was just getting locked down by the same tactic every single time. Waterfalls was pushing up, working a pick on the upper area there, but they didn't seem to have a reply. They went up 5-0, but then they just fell apart completely. They didn't seem to know what to do.
And the thing was, it was such a simple play, too. It wasn't like there was a ton of Hail Mary smokes thrown over top from long hallway that landed on the side. It was literally that one smoke at the box that if they figured out they were using the gap in it, you could just spam it. Like there was a lot of things you could do to slow that.
Or just have an AWP.
Yeah, as you said, that's true.
Just pick one there, and then you've won the round. They won't be able to get that pick on you. You've got the advantage of that situation. But they kept force buying, losing their picks there, especially around the Fountain area. Then as soon as they tried to react to that, they chucked in a fast round into drop down and then got some frags there. And yeah, pretty convincing stuff from Peter. And we called them the underdogs, but right now they look like the stronger team and they're making much more convincing frags as well. But let's look at the predictions now. Twitch chat.
They've gone.
They haven't gone too wildly.
It was 35, I think. So
Yeah.
this is still pretty consistent.
They still think D&G are a favorite.
No, wait. What am I saying? It was 75 for Peter. What am I saying? And now they're going back to D&G
after that first map.
So Twitch has gone completely backwards after. This is Twitch. Backwards. You guys don't make sense.
Well,
I'm confused.
You said they're never wrong, so
maybe they're right. Maybe they're gonna have a comeback. I hope they just voted for this particular map because map 3 could be interesting. That's an interesting prediction.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I don't know what just happened. Could you still hear us, producer? Oh, we couldn't hear each other for a second. Yeah, we had like a power cut in the studio. Everyone that's watching is so confused as to how we're talking to ourselves right now. Never break the fourth wall, but we just did. That was super confusing. Either way, we're about to get live on, excuse me, I was about to say Cash. It's Mirage. And this time, Peter, as it is their map choice, have to start on the T side. Which they obviously elected to do so.
No, hold on. This is their map, right? We said last map was D&G's map.
Yes.
So going into this one.
So they elected to start on the T side on Cobblestone. Yes. This time they are forced to start on the T side.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. But if this is a map they have some similar sort of ideas to, like the T side of Mirage, it's quite similar to Cobble in some aspects. Like you work out what's going on, you get to the main choke points, but I guess you choose the area you go to and then go towards the A-bomb site. You have two options. You either work up through Palace and get the AWP picks that way, or you go for the set pieces, get the bomb down. And a lot of teams can force a bomb out before a frag is even exchanged, depending on how deep your strategies can run. But if Peter have some sort of those executes there and they can keep the fragging like they have done so far, if Dirkski, for example, can get another 25 frags, he's been playing very, very well. The CTs could have a little bit of trouble actually getting back into this. D&G, so far, the first 5 rounds were great. They looked really strong. But the T side for them, Minus was almost lost on the map. He was over towards the A site when all 4 of his team were over towards B, and they're executing almost onto B without anyone even there with him.
Is Lord a streamer? Because if he is, I anticipate he'll be doing a lot of case openings this evening.
Why? Oh, he's got some keys.
Someone just gave him a whole stack of keys.
He got some easy skins.
Shameless. I love it. Good God, sir.
Got to get it in there.
Well, we had a not live call actually there as well from Spiro. So, or rather, Innocent or Spiro called that. Doesn't matter. The point is, it was Spiker. So the point is, we're not going to be going live, and when it's actually Spiker, it's because he's probably opening all those cases.
Well, if he does, we'll see it come up. I'll keep the excitement flowing while we wait to get into this one. I'm just logging into my game right now. So I hope they don't start before I'm ready.
Yeah, that power cut got your whole computer. I'm on a laptop, so I was fine. But I don't know. What do we expect to see out of Mirage? Peter doesn't obviously.
I can't really speculate too much. I can only say what.
So let's go off what we saw on Cash. So on Cash, it was a really simple execution. That was just a matter of timing.
Do you mean Cobble?
Cobble. Sorry, it was a really simple execution. That just they used time in their favor by sitting on the platform until they found a pick. There's not really a spot you can do that on Mirage.
they were basically waiting for the CT smokes to run down and then using their own onto the upper platform. I guess all they can do in that respect is they're going for a similar sort of approach. You gain mid control by smoking off the key points of the map. You wait to see the CTs being aggressive on mid, then you smoke off window, potentially in connector as well. You gain that mid control, and then from that point they can utilize their aims, go together, do a B split, for example. That's kind of similar to what they're doing on Cobble. But now then, it looks like, are we live? Is this it? Is this real life?
We are real to go.
Seems like a B rush coming in.
It's a video game. I've told you that before, Henry.
No, this is more than a game.
It's a passion. It is much more, and already some real damage being dealt onto Maniz. He's down to 22, has to fall back toward the bench. Gives Michu a chance to fire as they drop through the window, but they've made it through. They've made it past that, and the MVP from the last game actually not able to secure the kill onto Spiro. He does go down, JMQ, but Dursky's come back in, the other guy we mentioned so many times. These waterfalls, but he's also found out. So Spiro Michu closing things off very nicely at that B site. It does give Dobry, excuse me, as I've been corrected from saying Dorby. It's not Harry Potter, I was told. Dobry&Gaming the first round. They started with the pistol on Cobble. They got 5 rounds, and then it was a comeback after that, if you want to call that a comeback, because we're not even that far into it at that point, but it was definitely domination. We'll see if a similar trend occurs, because this time Peter are setting up toward A. So
they've done the force by tech 9. You see a lot of teams do this, right? You lose a pistol, you get smokes and armor next round, you do a full execute onto A. There's be a complete wall of smokes coming in, and the idea is to get the bomb down and make pandemonium on the bomb side for the CTs. And it looks like they actually will get that information before the smokes even go down. It's quite weird going out before the smokes have even blown. Let's see how this works out for them.
Spiro's managed to take down Spiker and Waterfalls, but Dursky again is coming back with a response. And JMQ, he's actually managed to get behind him. He sneaks just in around them and almost back into the smoke. That would have been a bit of a magic trick if he could have pulled that off with the FAMAS. But instead, it's found out, it goes down, and we get 2-0.
Yeah, that was pretty weird how they actually went.
It does mean that guns are going to come back out now for Peter. And we're back.
I think they couldn't hear you, but thanks for
I just kept casting anyways if
case.
they could, yeah. Because if you could hear me, I wouldn't want to just sit there and leave you in awkward silence, which very likely may have happened regardless.
To be fair, it was the force buy, but it looks like D&G do close that one out and get a 3-0 in their favor. And now it's going to be the AK buy from the T side. No one overcommitting too much yet. They're just spreading out, feeling out the map, seeing what's available to them. But the CTs, Michu actually pushing off this short area. The first pick does come in for Peter, but he's going to be looking to get this frag straight back as he advances on short.
So Dursky again, 3 rounds in a row, has found a kill quite quickly. Not the first one every time, but this time it is. And what that does result in is the man advantage finally going to the way of Peter. Michu's going to fall back off Catwalk. We mentioned even before we got to this map, before we played Cobblestone, that there was a great chance he would be able to be dynamic on that Catwalk position. It does go back to 4-on-4, though, as Face Crack has been found, dropped, signed, sealed, and delivered by Innocent. And the rotations will come back over. The A site is going to be the one that gets under threat, but it's also being evenly rotated right now from 2 CT players.
Yeah, you can see Lord there. It's actually going to be the only man. If they execute right now, it's going to be difficult, but they are rotating through CT spawn. It may just arrive just in time his execution comes in. It's going to be quite a slow one as well. Lord not actually able to get some info, but he takes down the first player, and now here we go. And CT should be able to capitalize on this round.
That flash was perfect to allow Lord to take down Waterfalls, who was clueless to the fact he was there, and despite 2 kills coming out at the end that could have swayed the round slightly back in Peter's favor, they end up going down. Michu arriving on the scene. It was actually Innocent from CT that picked up the first kill. Yeah. That was pretty impressive.
So that was a good Lord crossfire for them. So yeah, we'll see how this is the replay now. So Lord was in that position. I thought he got that first frag, but he opened it up in the sandwich area and actually picked up 2 huge frags. So CT's reacting pretty nicely there and getting the 4th on the board. And this is what D&G did last time though. They got 5 in a row, and that's when it fell apart. The terrorists now won't be doing a force buy. Should be the exact same situation, 5-0, but this is where DNG need to make sure they keep their cool and don't do anything too silly at this stage. Their options are next round is they either keep doing what they're doing, quite semi-aggressive playstyle, pushing up to short, trying to react to what the T's are doing, or they do something a little bit more Hail Mary and rush up middle, for example, maybe push into Palace, like we saw the old Titan do, and see whether they can get the first pick and fall back. That's what I'd probably be calling at this stage. When you know the T's are going to come to you with probably a set piece, when they know they're not actually getting the kills on you too convincingly, I would suggest the CTs now try and do the crazy play and try and do something interesting. But here's another little replay for you. Innocent pick up some nice eco bashing there, getting himself 2 kills. 5-0 in favour of DNG. And we can see the AWP coming out for Waterfalls though. He was pretty good with that weapon on Cobble. Will he be able to do anything with it on Mirage?
He's got Spiro to go against with his as well, and Spiro's already heading in toward that A site. Rather, he's going to go... He's on A. My mistake. I thought he was going to head back over to more mid. He's looking like he could favor into catwalk if he wants to take a late mid peek, excuse me. But Maniz has pushed through, and this is working out beautifully, and the fact that he gets underpass slows everything down. Dursky gets the response kill, but he's immediately going to fall. Waterfall got the shot on Innocent, and Waterfall was waiting the whole time in Horseshoe in case they were going to push mid. They did not expect that underpass aggression.
That's what I'm talking about. Something on that round is the perfect time to do something a little bit unsurprising. Catch a tease with their pants down. Maniz did that, went into underpass, got the first 2 frags, and just shut down whatever adaptation they were doing there. So amazing stuff in the CTs there, keeping it dynamic, and it's going to leave them in a 3-on-2 now. This still obviously is quite dangerous. There is an AWP alive, and Spiker gets into the bomb site. He's going to spot CT play. Does not make the kill, though. And all of a sudden, the CTs are going to know where he is.
The action's actually happening, though, over toward the B apartments, because that's where Michu was pushing forward to get information, had Waterfalls run directly toward him and leave him the bomb. Not a bad gift to have. So despite that Spiker will take down Spiro, the crossfire was established. Lord walked out. And it's an assassination from the back. 6-0. This is an improvement to the start we had on Cobble.
So let's take a look at the scoreboards there. Let's see who's really stepping up. We've got Innocent on 8 frags there. Dirksky again leading the way with 7 kills. The rest of the guys going not doing too well on the T side. Only 1 or 2 kills there at the bottom. But here we go then, going into the 7th round. CTs actually looking like a little bit more aggressive. Lord getting very persuasive on the A ramp there. Will he be able to find a frag here? Pushing through that smoke, just trying to work out whether he can hear anything. Looks like the set piece will be coming in from the A side, or from the terrorists as well. This is where Lord's going to come into his own. Will he be able to find anything here?
So Lord does actually manage to pick one up. That's a bit surprising because they sprayed down. They figured there might be something close up, but they didn't anticipate that it would be in that corner. And as they went back to reload, he punishes one. Crafty little flashes through that gap in the boards. That allows Lord to now get another. He's looking quite marvelous in terms of creativity and just style as a player, if you will.
Yeah, good movement so far. Getting frags, falling back, not giving too much away. And the first kill he got shut down that execution they had onto the bomb site.
So Waterfall still alive with his op as AWP, and JMQ with the bomb inside the A ramp, but I'm not expecting much to happen here. With 39 seconds, they have a chance to do it. They'll look for potentially one more pick. That'll indicate if they go or not, and they don't. Waterfall has to now run with this op, and he's in fact going to just sit at the boxes at mid and hope he doesn't get pushed from apartments. Maniz has time to get there as well if he chooses to.
So yeah, just waiting to die almost that mid area. You can see all CT, every single angle on the map if you see them closing in, hungry to take down Waterfalls. They know where he is now. He's going to be aware of that.
Maniz.
Good sound effects. Really built the tension there.
I probably ruined
it. Probably more annoying than anything for everyone. But there we go then. The 7th round on the board for DNG. And Peter, they look like they're lost now. So they're going to be force buying once again. I guess with the loss bonus they have, they'll probably be sitting there. Yeah, I can see the money sat around the 1.52k region. That means it's absolutely fine. They get 3.5 going into the next round. And they should be pretty strong there. But seems like the guys, once again, setting up for that full A execution. And Lord, he's having none of it.
I like that he's seeing above the smoke this time. Now, does he hear those utilities get thrown? He does. He goes back. He actually doesn't want to stick around for it. In fact, he thinks they're hot on his heels, so he throws out a little bit of a bounce flash, give him some more space. I'm surprised he didn't try and stay and win that exchange because I don't think they had any idea that he was there, but obviously didn't want to overstay his welcome 2 rounds in a row. And an innocent, god damn, the man is not innocent whatsoever as he's gotten 3+1 It's more than enough to allow them to close out the round. Huge play from him behind the bomb.
He is guilty of some horrible crimes on the A-bomb, so there as he takes down another 3K, and I think we can see a cheeky little replay of that as he comes in. Great position there. Like, the T's have no idea what he's doing. Nothing but headshots from him. So very strong play so far from the CT side, obviously. 8-0 now. And this is what they were doing on Cobble before it all fell apart. They were 5-0 up, remember. But now the T's finally answer back with a full buy. They have got an AWP. T's have 4 players. 3 players, in fact, heading towards the B apartments, maybe looking for trying to find a pick and get themselves into the round before the CTs have a chance to capitalize.
Oh, that's the op, though. So Maniz actually punishes Waterfall. I think he spotted, I believe it was Michu, going into the corner. So he was fixed on that angle, and in fact, Maniz just came out from beside it and got the shot off before he could react. JMQ is now going to drop Maniz in return, but it might be too little too late because they're running out of bodies as they continue to hit the floor, and it is going to be Michu pushing back to buy himself some space, and that allows Innocent to walk in from apartments. Not the last kill, so we're not done just yet. There's one up. There's none up.
Well, there we go. 9-0. D&G look alive as they lock down another aggressive push from Peter. They went for the pick in the B apartments, as you said. The AWP getting shut down by an M4. That is obviously not ideal. That is 6K down the Swanee. And they have to kind of realize they're getting locked out in every sort of situation. The A takes, they're trying. They're not getting control of the map first, right? They're going for that full-on execution before anything's actually happened. And that's why Lord's able to get so much info. He can afford to be there because they're not getting any picks towards middle. They're not isolating anyone. No, there's no information gathered. But look at this. Mani's going to be in the lower underpass area again. Does go frag for frag, though. So the T's take a slight advantage there. But Michu answering back. This is the point they just need to fall back now. They've got great control, and they're taking the frags. It's going to be a 4-on-2. And we can see that Peter now lost once again. This skill may be useful, though. Might
be.
But
operative word.
Yeah.
It could have been. If he got mid-control and he could come in now, let's say he was still alive and on catwalk to help face crack, then yeah, you're right. It could have been absolutely beneficial to them, but it's not to be. Face crack still giving himself a bit of a fighting chance, but it would be a heck of a fight. 50 seconds, lots of time, but as we see, that bomb is just blinking away on the deck. Lord knows it. Lord knows also that Face Crack was coming through the apartments, so he just gets in a better position at the bottom of the ladder. Doesn't even need to go that far. This is what I expected on Cobble. This is more where we are. And I said Twitch chat had it pass backwards. They apparently don't.
Well, this is Peter's pick, right? So they go into this map, and from so far from what I've seen, I don't know why they'd pick this as their map, to be fair. Because their fundamentals and approach to the map are a little bit off. Like you can see again, they're sending all 5 players towards the A side, going for that full-on execute. That's not how you do the game. You need to make sure you need to go and show some presence elsewhere before you try and do these things. Otherwise, you just get shut down. You're running through smokes now.
Shots coming in both ways. Even trades, in fact. 2 kills either side of it. And crucially, an op that's been dropped either side as well, but now it's Michu to come over top of the stairwell. He finds JMQ, and again it stays even because Spiker from Palace has the reverse angle on him. It leaves Innocent inside the smoke. Maniz, though, finally gives an advantage that's sustainable to Dobry. And they close out the round now. That's 11 in a row, 11 total. Please, someone show me what's inside that egg.
Do you remember that phrase I taught you earlier, Matt?
It'll come to me.
What a load of...
Cobble something.
Cobblers. Yeah.
Yes!
What a load of cobblers. Yeah, this is just rubbish from them so far. They really are approaching the map horribly. They keep doing the same set execution on the way, running through smokes, Lord's having a field day, and pretty bad stuff from them so far. I'm not really sure why they picked this map again, but here we go then, 12th round. CT's looking very strong. Another force buy from the T's. No nades whatsoever.
Oh, that nade, speaking of.
And there we go. 4 men remaining for CT's, taking the advantage once again. And the T's look isolated. No control given. They're still basically in T-spawn at this stage. Nothing to really talk about in terms of their advantages here. They haven't got anything working in their favour right now. Being smoked off and stifled, once again, to bring that word back.
Stifled, thwarted,
battered,
suppressed,
owned.
But they are still being persistent. These 3 men they've got, if they can find 1 entry kill on this B site, there's a real chance to open it up, and there it is, JMQ. They haven't accounted for the fact that Michu's already arrived, though, because they were so late getting in and telegraphed it so early. early that Michu's just been able to sit and wait, and now he's also flashing out. I love how Face Crack gets around the corner at the exact time, but Michu's getting a bit impatient. I thought I was going to say Michu comes in behind him. Instead, it's Innocent that gets the kill. It's 12 now.
So let's take a look at the T side money. You can see them getting the lost side bonus into their accounts, but at this stage when you're 12-0 down, you can't really justify an eco in any sort of capacity. You need to keep buying. So Galil's coming out once again. They have got that A strategy to fall back onto, but it is rubbish. It doesn't really, they're not doing it, they're not approaching the map correctly and that sort of stage, but maybe getting some mid control this time. They need to smoke out Spiro. They have a chance of actually gaining some sort of control there.
It's just catwalk. And underpass being occupied. That short smoke gives them mobility as well. Dobry, and I escalate my voice because they spotted each other for a moment. But only for a moment, then a moment's gone. Now they've got the information, so Michu goes for the repeat. It gives Spiro an excellent chance to win the op duel. We haven't seen Waterfall really come away with that one much at all. In fact, I think it was only round 5 or 6 that he had the first pick. And they didn't work with it. They couldn't convert that round into their favor, as has been the case for 12, maybe 13. JMQ gets one back into Maniz. And Spiro, looking at underpass, knows there's one alive in there, but instead is going to fall off, head toward market. This will give the permission granted now to Michu to go further in the site because he doesn't have to stay passive. He hasn't found the kill yet. It's Spiro that still does, but slowly but surely they will stalk their prey as they wait, as we've seen them do rather almost cluelessly inside these apartments. Remember, this is Peter's map choice.
This is just bad. After watching Spiker's pathetic attempt at an A fake there, just running up by himself with his knife out, like, you got to ask yourself whether they even know what's going on this map. So now they're in a 4-on-2. Just got to walk into B and hope for the best. They probably won't need to check this angle the Michu's in. So it should be a pretty convincing round for them. They do sort of check it, but that's the round over. 8 seconds. And maybe we'll get a bomb down. No, it won't. There it is. So 13-0 in favor of D&G against Peter. And this is their map choice. But so far, they really do look a little bit lost. So 2 rounds to go. They will be forced buying both of them. But what can they do to get back into? I'd just say do some rushes, rush B or something. Maybe that'll work out for you.
I think Thorn said it once that they could just, like, you know, slaughter a sheep, pray to the gods or whatever when he was talking about Liquid. It'd be similar here. They could do that.
Just rush B. Just get it over with. Like, it can't be any worse than what they're doing right now, so.
It does seem like clueless because like, the pace is, like, not even that of something that you would go, okay, we aren't getting any openings, let's rush. Like you're saying, it's more like, well, if we sit back, we'll eventually get one, right, guys? But so far, not to be. And another nade going in does additional damage. Space Crack and JMQ both very low on HP. Gives Maniz a chance to walk forward and stab them with his bayonet. Could you imagine if they had a bayonet on the M4 instead of a silencer?
All right, look at these two guys. 12 HP. Just waiting. Maniz in the same position we saw last round. Are they going to check it this time? They will, but not enough HP to battle him. And surprisingly, he doesn't get more from that. But all of a sudden, it is a favor, an advantage in favor of the T's perhaps as they make their way into the B side, but it gets locked down pretty convincingly now. And you can see Michu should be able to clean this one up.
He knew where Dursky was, but he's found by Innocent first, and Michu waiting for Spiker. Will put round 14 in the books.
So off air, we were talking about this is probably going to be a 2-mapper, right? We thought after seeing the performance from D&G on Cobble, we thought, okay, there's no chance of him even turning up on this second map. 10 minutes later, it's 14-0 on the first half in favor of them.
And to be fair, we said it was going to be 2 games originally for D&G. So we've swayed much like Twitch chat has, but Twitch chat's been correct. So what we're going to do is take all of the people in Twitch, every single one of them, put them in the studio, and we're going to watch them for a change.
Okay.
Because apparently they're
a
lot swifter. Oh, no. There's no budget in that.
Oh, no?
They've got to fly to Romania on their own if they want to be part of it. They're invited.
Okay, I see.
But they've got to do it on their own.
All right, well, here we go. Auto Sniper coming out. Bit of fun towards the end. Maniz, he's going to be up in that area. Probably will pick up a couple of kills here. There it is. Simple stuff for him.
And all of those people, as many as there are, as JMQ is going to take down Maniz, have to fit in the same room, this small room. We're in. Yes.
We barely fit in this room, so I don't know how many more we can get in here, but...
Well, Lord is now coming back over, trying to spray through that smoke at the connector because there was a gap above it. So a bit of a chance to spot something on Catwalk. But how fitting it would be that much like the New England Patriots, you win everything you can before the end of the half, and then you lose in the final round.
Oh, yeah, the New England Patriots. I love those guys. Shout out to the boys, the Patriots,
Saw
whoever they are.
Saw that coming. As Face Crack looks to make that be the case, and they do. It is 14-1 right at the end of it. Peter pick up a single round. Peter Piper pick a peck of... Oh, wait, sorry. A peck is not one. It's just something. It's an object.
Yeah.
I don't know what the, like, antonym to that would be.
Well, it doesn't really matter at this stage. We're talking about Counter-Strike, and it's going to be 14-1 in favor of D&G that last round. I think it was a pretty simple BXQ on them. They just ran out and hoped for the best on the side. They managed to get the exchanges with the girls, and a little bit of not a silly buy from the CTs. Obviously, the auto snuff is viable, but they didn't do that all game, and they bring it out in the last round, and that's the one they lose. So something to be said about that. But we go into the pistol now. Peter going over to the CT side, and obviously needs his pistol. Was going to be match point on the first round. So let's see what they bring to the table. It looks like maybe doing something a little bit aggressive, maybe pushing up middle here, but here we go. Obviously a big round, and this seems like the T's are grouping up full on B rush here. Prepare yourselves.
JMQ is going to be the man that's also under threat. Spiker's going to spot it, but JMQ has to hit it from catwalk, and he's done so. Now they're going to turn their attention to him, and that brings Spiker back into the fold, who picks up a second kill, allowing Waterfall, actually, excuse me, to get that shot. The killing, the final blow, but it was the assist to Spiker no less. And there it is, Peter. That was swift. They read that one very well. They accumulated numbers. They read it.
Yeah, they saw that coming. I guess it's just one of those things. Let's just send this, guys. Let's do the B rush. To be fair, it's actually a very viable strat. A lot of teams will do that on all maps. Rushing B is something, if the CTs don't make the initial headshot, you isolate them behind that bench area, and then they're absolutely done for. But a good response when the CTs made their shots, and they're getting 4 Famises now, 1 Scout. And the T's actually, funny enough, not force buying for them. They're going to look to play the long game. And a double tag there coming in from Waterfalls as he takes down 2 big hits. And now they should be pretty easy cleanups for the CTs.
And it is, as you say, make it actually better still as JMQ will add a 3rd to that total. Dursky doing Dursky things. And, oh, hey, look. Oh, as I jump up to check, you are there. So JMQ will add to his total. Not a bad round for him. He picks up 4 at mid.
4 lovely frags. And we can see this push coming on the short area. Pretty easy stuff for him. Not worth writing home about, but 3 frags nonetheless for him. And the T's, again, looking to play the long game. No real force buy there. Some PT50s on the board, but the same buy from the CTs. We see that scout play back in the window. Worked out pretty well for them, but all the T's will be heading over towards the A area. They're going out pretty fast as well.
Fast with the smoke on top of CT spawn stairs. Potential to get a bomb down here, which is the goal. They do it. It's not going to give them any kills, but it does give them money for utilities. As you mentioned, not really much of a force buy. They might even potentially, if I take a peek at the money, be able to get an op-out. They will. They've got 6,000 on Lord. They've got 54. Actually, all of them could afford the op. It's just a matter of who has the armor left over, so how they do it. Spiro's got it with just a chest plate.
Really nice 4-man from Waterfall there. Got 3 really tight shots. And he will be upgrading that weapon to an AWP. But, of course, Spiro will as well. I'm having trouble pronouncing that one. But Spiro will be getting an AWP as well. But this is obviously the round that really counts. If they win this one, it goes to match point. If CTs can win this, they gather momentum. I'm not sure why they wouldn't force up M4s in this sort of position. It isn't like the money's going to count going much further. But there we go.
Well, yeah, that's 100% true. They win this one, they'll have money in the 15th round. But mind you, if they lost that or pending losing this one, they'll potential to save 1 and give up a few more rounds.
I'd rather go for the M4s, if I'm honest. Guarantee is that we'll get the percentages higher from winning this round, but they get the first frag nonetheless and make that the first 2. So actually a 5-on-2 situation in their favour. Bomb is down in the mid zone as well. T's actually nowhere to be seen. You can see one person waiting in that cubby hole in the area, but as long as CTs fall back in and don't give a frag away, they should be absolutely fine. I'd say this is a position where just keep the AWP middle and lock it down, but you can see the T's just trying to work some picks in. They will get it. That's what I'm saying, why you don't just fall back. But never mind. They should be able to play this one up pretty convincingly now. And there it is. That's the 4th one in the row for Peter. Bouncing back.
Solid. C'est parfait. As Peter will now pick up that. Force the CTs back to guns that they have to expend a lot of money on because they've got a lot of money. Oh, they actually are. Well, I take it back. They're going to force into it. I thought they were going to go to Tech 9 to stay safe here, but they want to get this over with.
Yeah, this is where it gets a little bit dangerous, but
I was making a mockery of it, and they mocked me back.
I'll mock you all day long.
It's true.
But here we go then. Big tag there. Unfortunate not to find the frag, but he makes up for it with a headshot. Why not? And 4-on-4 now You do have to favour the T's here, but considering their buy, I'd say the CTs still have somewhat of an advantage, and Lord getting burnt to a crisp there as he has to fall back from that connector zone.
He ain't too crispy just yet, though. 75 HP still in his favor as he manages to dodge the flames. Michu now is going to pick up Peter, and Lord, by staying alive, keeps himself viable to pick up another kill. And Michu now is going to do the same on Spiker, so the Terrorists taking a ton of map control as they get inside connector early. They get toward the window room. They make the jump to take it over, and Michu will close the round. Welcome back, guys. It's now match point.
There we go. This is obviously the huge round we're talking about, but the CTs now obviously have that huge bed of cash, but like I said, it's kind of elementary at this stage because there's only one round to play with. They need to make sure they're winning every single round they can, and going into that last round of some promises was kind of questionable. But here we go then, 4 AKs, 1 AWP. Waterfalls will have the AWP as well, and it's going to be a straight up pick into middle. Will he be facing that window area? He's actually not going to have any contention though.
Well, he's looking at connector still. Waterfalls I thought was going to be walking out into that. We saw the X-ray get ever so dangerously close. Nice shot, Innocent, knowing exactly the lineup he wants when he enters in toward B from the catwalk. Gets one man down already. Waterfalls has fallen. Don't go chasing what? Well, Innocent prove you can. Sorry, TLC. But it's going to be now 5 on 4.
No comment.
I told you, 1 cringe a night. And that's a lie, because I give like 10 cringes a night, and it's beautiful. Michu's actually going to deploy another smoke onto that catwalk because Innocent has gone away from where he was, back, in fact, all the way out to T-spawn with a clever escape pattern. And that gives Michu also, with that smoke on catwalk, more safety to walk inside connector, and the flash is perfect for him. So now, and it's actually Innocent that got that kill. I thought it was going to be Michu. I was about to say now Michu's got a real chance to pick up more, but he doesn't even get one. It's face crack to stop him. Lords come back, though, and this match point might be the match, in fact, and the third map very shortly upon us because that bomb is being planted in JMQ, although he'll come out and enter correctly. Sure Innocent is able to react and put him in the grave. It's 16-5, even more convincing than the first map we saw from Peter.
So 14-1 on their CT side. It just looked like Peter didn't even know what was going on their T side. I'm really sorry to be rude about it, but it was abysmal to say the least. And their executions were bad. Their map presence was not there. They didn't even show any contention towards B or middle most of the time. They was walking towards A, trying to do a full-on execute before the round had even begun. Getting shut down by Lord, pushing into that A ramp area. And that's pretty much all you need to know about that. There's not really much more I can say. It was just bad T-half from them. They got a promising CT start, winning the pistol 4 rounds in a row perhaps, but there's no way you can get back into this. Let's have a look at the scoreboard and see who really did stand out for D&G. You can see Michu there. 25 frags and 9 headshots.
0 first kills. He was just baiting.
But when you're like, they're on the CT side first, right, just ripping them apart. Like, I guess he wasn't
baiting. He
was just retaking bomb sites and only just baiting, was
baiting.
It? Yeah? Okay. We'll go with that. But there he is, the MVP. Deadliest weapon, M4A4. Interesting to see. That's actually coming more back into play, I think, the actual unsilenced weapon.
Dude, I've always been an advocate for it.
I think it's definitely... Like the fact you get
it's the extra bullets. How many times do you see when like if you're playing a tight angle and you're in a position where you're gonna have to spray down like a rush spot? How many times do you see people have to whip out the pistol real fast? Now it's impressive as hell to me that people can get away with 20 bullets and make those plays happen. It goes to show how good the accuracy some of these guys are. But I think that it's like it's a cushion. It's like an insurance policy having those 10 extra bullets. I absolutely agree.
But it's just it's the whole idea of the spray pattern being a little bit harder to control.
And the tracer through the smoke.
Exactly, and you can be seeing your muzzle shot. What's it called? Muzzle flare? Is that the right word?
Muzzle flare, yeah.
Yeah, that's that gets shot. That gets shown through the smoke as well. So you actually can't spam as much. But as a defensive team, especially on Mirage, I think that's probably a really good weapon to use because they're going to know there's only so many places you could be in CT anyway. To be fair, so yeah, very convincing stuff. The second map going very much in favor of D&G. We didn't really see Peter arrive on that map whatsoever until the second half, and it was too late at that point. But I think we'll be taking a very quick break while we get ready for the third map. I can't remember what it is.
D-Cash.
D-Cash.
Do you want to know what's the trick?
Oh, yeah. Always look at the screen before you say something stupid. That's the trick.
I still say something stupid when I do that. But, yeah, D-Cash will be third. It will be the deciding map. D&G might be with a foot back in the door. They were looking like they were going to be knocking to an empty house, but it's 1-1, and they've got a firm hold on things. We'll come back. We'll find out if they can close it.
So Lord was in that position. I thought he got that first trap, but he opened us up in the sandwich area and actually
hit a late mid-peak, excuse me. But Meniz has pushed through, and this is that he was there, but obviously didn't want to overstay his welcome 2 rounds in a row, and an Innocent God damn, the man is not innocent whatsoever as he's got...
Shout out to the boys, the Patriots,
Saw
whoever they are.
Saw that coming. As Face Crack looks to make that be the case, and they do. It is 14-1 right at the end.
Pretty easy cleanups for the CTs.
And it is, as you say, make it actually better. Actually, all of them could afford the op. It's just a matter who has the armor left over as to how they do it. Spiro's got it with just a chest plate.
Really nice format.